I just tried to post on here. I was asked to do or talk about what it's like to have the agoraphobia in this. I got a community violation, so I'm going to try real gently to talk to you guys about what it's like to experience agoraphobia from a med injury. When the agoraphobia hit me, first I want you to understand I was the kind of person that didn't like being inside ever. And my whole life, I don't like being inside. I want to be outside. I was never afraid of leaving my house, okay? They gave me Xanax, and immediately I started having a problem. Like I felt like I was going to die in my sleep. I would stop breathing. I got so cold during the day. I was freezing bone cold, and it got very dark and scary. I couldn't answer my phone. I would lay here and just shiver and hide and sleep in terror. One morning, I got up and I couldn't leave my bedroom. I could not physically leave my bedroom. It felt like I was trying to jump off the Empire State Building. A lot of people explain the experience like you're being thrown out of an airplane without a chute. I am not kidding. The terror that's going on in your mind and body is unreal. I've never experienced anything like it, and I've had a lot of scary things happen in my life, but this is off the charts terror. I was hiding in my closet. I couldn't be around anyone. I hid in a bedroom for over 2 years. Actually, I hid in this house for, all right, the first year I hid in one bedroom. The next 2 years I hid in the other bedroom. 3 years. And while you're going through this, you can't watch TV, you can't listen to music, you can't handle bright lights. You can't handle, it's sensory, man. You can't, everything hurts. Everything's on fire. You're having seizures. You can't see. You smell piss and smoke. You can't hear because of the tinnitus. It's screaming. Your scalp starts moving. You start losing hair. You can't take a shower or a bath because it feels like you have paper cuts all over your body or razor blades coming out of the shower head. That's how it's been explained to me. Razor blades in the shower works for me. You're being jolted with electricity all the time, pulled down to the ground. I don't even know. It's human torture. My agoraphobia was prescribed to me by my doctor. I never had that before in my life. And then when I called turkeyed, I didn't start leaving the house again until I turned my first corner, which was about 4 years out. I walked up to the corner, and then I got some horrible news, and it just kept coming. I still hide. I got brave there for a while. I was trying really hard to get out into the world, but I will again someday. I'm afraid, you know. I was hiding here in my home, terrified. I really didn't even have anyone checking in on me, you know? Everyone was mad at me. I could have passed away in my room and no one would have noticed for probably a week. I could have disappeared out into this desert and I doubt anyone would have come looking for me. How did that happen? Well, when you start getting agoraphobia, you start pushing people away. I didn't even want anyone to see me like this because I just knew if they got me help, it would have been the end of me. I already knew the kind of help they were going to try to get me. They wouldn't have meant to hurt me, but I knew to my soul that I couldn't handle standard treatment. I could not take another pill. Reinstating was not an option. I already knew. And just like a wild animal, man, when they're injured, you hide. It's an instinct. And this is what I want to close with. Agoraphobia, I truly believe, is your mind's way of protecting you. It knows how damaged we are. We are like burn victims. Seriously. Our bodies have been set on fire. The agoraphobia I have now, I wouldn't even call agoraphobia. All those horrible symptoms I was experiencing, they're mostly gone. I have a lot of body pain, I have vertigo, and you know, I have the akathisia. But it's still worth going through this, you guys. It's worth the fight. You know, when acute hit, the pandemic, so I wasn't really able to do anything. My first trip out of the house was up to the cemetery. A whole new kind of being trapped happened. And now the whole world is in trauma, you know? They don't have time for me. It will get easier for you. Like I said, mine was prescribed. I haven't had the pills in years, almost 6 years now, and there are blessings through this. You know, in isolation, you loop and you loop. In acute, you loop and you loop. But I think it's because we can't create any new memories, you know? And if you're alone like I am, you don't even have anyone to share them with. So that your life just keeps looping and looping. Well, I changed the way I thought about a lot of those memories through this process. And it's been a blessing. And I also think a lot of the emotions we're feeling are all those bottled up emotions we didn't allow ourselves to feel all those years that we were on the antidepressants or whatever else we were taking to be a better human. When my father passed, I didn't feel it like I should have. I feel it now. And it's a blessing. So go ahead and cry. Your emotions aren't going to kill you. The Xanax might.